Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. And today I want to talk with you about the fact that usually the things we regret about in life are the things we didn't do. And the reason I'm saying usually is obviously because a lot of the times we also regret about things we did do. But from my experience, usually I regret about things that I don't do. Of course, looking back, I mean. And also, how did I improve it in a way? And how did this fact made me change my choice decisions in the future after I made decisions that made me regret later on? And I'll start with the story. I already talked about it in the channel, but I don't have a lot of things I regret in my life. At least in a really big way that I think about them every now and then, that really left an impact on me. But one thing I can think of that I do regret actually is back when I was 21. Right now I'm 28. And when I was 21, I was after my service. I had all of the time on my hands. I didn't have a job. I didn't have studies. I had money that I saved up. And I had time. And I think in life you have those points, whether if it's after a degree, which I think I'm getting to the same point now after my degree. You have those points after a degree, after a service, after any kind of frame that you were in, that you were so sucked in it and you were in the routine, the daily routine, the weekly routine, the monthly routine. And after those periods, you have suddenly those void periods where you're kind of floating, you don't have a job, maybe you don't have to wake up anymore to study every day, you don't have to be in that pressure, and suddenly you have more time for yourself. Maybe you saved some money, so you might as well go do a trip or whatever. But in life we always have those in between periods, and 21 for me was one of those periods. And I thought about a few things. I wanted to travel the world, the same as I want today. It is one of my dreams still, because the world is so big. I want to see all of it, And I wanted to also save money, although I had money, but not crazy amount, but I wanted to save money. And another dream I had was to travel abroad and try and study music, because this is what I like, this is what I do. I play guitar, and this was one of my dreams. And also, if I go study abroad, I can also see the world a little bit more, and I can also study, which is what I wanted. And in those periods, it's not that you don't have what to do or you don't have a direction, but it's just that everything is possible, Everything is possible, and therefore it's so hard to choose. Because when you're not choosing, like, everything is still possible, but if you choose, then you have to let go of other option you had, But I really wanted to see the world, when I was in a relationship back then as well. And I went and started a process of getting into security job on cruise ships. I was after my service, and I know that I had the tools and the advantage of maybe get accepted to do a security job everywhere. But if I do it on a cruise ship, fancy cruise ships and whatnot, I could also travel, see the world, meet new people, And I went and did it, So I went for the first interview, and I was like doing it like as a side quest, I didn't really focus on that much. But I was like, if I'm gonna get accepted, I'm just gonna consider it, And I went and did it, and I passed the first interview, I passed the second interview. The third interview, I believe there were 3 interviews. 3 interviews, and And then like a 2 weeks course in Cyprus. So 2 weeks we went to Cyprus, they flew us in, and there was some physical acts, you know, some exams, you know, whatever. And I passed, you know, and I passed all of the exams. I remember going home, and after like a week or so, I got an email that I got accepted. I got the job that I wanted, you know, it was like a 2 months process or whatever. But I got the job. It was my first real thing that I earned, that I got, you know, after my service. And I was so happy about it, you know, because that's what I wanted. But as I told you already, I had a girlfriend back then. And once it was on the table, it was way harder. Because I did it again as a side thing. But I didn't really think I'm gonna get in, you know. I wanted to, but at the same time I didn't want to because of a lot of stuff. I wanted to keep playing guitar, and I knew that if I'm gonna leave again for like 8-month contract on a boat, then I wouldn't be able to play as much guitar. And also I had a girlfriend for like 3 years or so, and I didn't know if it was the right thing to leave her for that, you know. And eventually after thinking a lot, I just didn't accept the job. Actually, I didn't accept the job, and I told them that, because you don't sign the contract until the moment you embark on a ship. So I didn't take the job, you know, and then they put me on like a blacklist, whatever, because right after, like a few days after, I still emailed them, you know, maybe if I can get the job or whatever. But they wouldn't let me get it again. But you know, the year passed, and me and my then girlfriend broke up. Not a while after, maybe a few months. But the year passed, you know, and another year, and another year, and another year. And then I went for my other dream, which is studying abroad, which now I'm kind of getting into the final stage of it. And always, in every step of the way, I thought about what if, you know. We all know that what if. But what if I would have taken that job, you know? What if I would have embarked on a cruise ship and go and travel around the world? Where would I be? With who would I be? How much money would I have? What opportunities would present themselves? In what places would I be, you know? I think for me, that's one of the biggest regrets. And again, we usually regret on the things that we didn't do. And on the other hand, you can look at it that all of the steps you did along the way, whether if are bad or good, left or right, they made you the person you are today. And you need to be grateful for it. Because without those experiences, you wouldn't be where you are. And I am grateful for that. But I don't think it takes away the fact that you can maybe ponder and maybe regret about things that you didn't do. To a degree, you know, you shouldn't like regret and make your whole life around it, but you know, it's there and I'm not ignoring it. It is there, this what if, and one thing it taught me is that from now on, I know that I'm gonna regret on the things I didn't do. So if I have something that I really want to do, I should just go and do it. Because we cannot turn the wheel back, we cannot turn the clock back. Time goes by super fast, you know, super fast. And if you're not good at one place, you can always change. But if you never tried, you'll never know. And this is something I take with me to future decisions in my life, where I'm saying, okay, I can take this opportunity or I can also not take this opportunity. But in the long run, I can always change if I see that it's not a good thing for me to take this opportunity. But if I would never take it in the first place, I would never know. And it would probably be another like a weight that I'm carrying with me, even if it's the smallest, you know, but a what if kind of weight that I'm carrying with me along the way. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Maybe you can relate also from a story about yourself. And also, maybe it will affect you next time you need to make a big decision about your life. So just know that most of the time we regret about the things we didn't do. Yeah. So I'm gonna go continue my day. If you guys are not subscribed yet, please do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.